Okay, I found this video and I need to share this with you because it's one of the most helpful weight loss explanations I've come across. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by weight loss advice, like everyone is telling you something different and all of it sounds extreme, this really put things into perspective for me. Especially if you're busy, you work, you're tired, and you don't want your whole life to revolve around food, the gym, or starting over every Monday. I feel like there is so much advice out there that it makes weight loss feel way harder than it needs to be, and when it doesn't work, you end up feeling like you failed. Watching this made me realize, maybe it's not us, maybe it's the advice. This creator breaks it down in a way that actually feels doable and realistic, and it honestly helped me stop chasing extreme diets and focus on something I can stick with.
Here's some actually good weight loss advice for normal people who just want to lose weight without doing anything crazy. Coming from someone who lost 70 pounds doing exactly that and has now been able to maintain that weight loss for 6 months. I got my personal trainer cert. Anyway, I'm a little bit qualified to talk about this. On this app, you are going to see so many people telling you 100 different things to do for weight loss. They're going to tell you that you have to cut out certain food groups, that you can only eat these types of food, that you have to intermittent fast. It's overwhelming, but it can also be really easy to think that you do have to do one of those things in order to get results, and that if you've tried to lose weight in the past and it didn't work, that now, if I do this new thing, that's going to be what sticks, that's going to be what works. But the reality with those workouts is they're just a fancy way of getting you into a calorie deficit, but in a much more restrictive and unnecessary way that definitely isn't manageable for the everyday person, especially if you're busy, you're a parent, you go to work. Like, I don't know about you, but 75 hard just isn't going to cut it for me. Like, I don't have time for 2 45-minute workouts a day. Here's what you should do instead. This is going to be simple and effective. Number one, you're going to use a TDEE calculator online, and you are going to figure out how many calories your body needs to eat in a day in order to maintain your current weight. If you're confused on the section where it asks you for your activity level, I always recommend just putting sedentary, unless you're somebody who literally exercises all the time. If you're on your feet all the time, you're constantly getting steps, you're exercising all the time, then you can put active. But if you're just someone who like mildly exercises or doesn't really exercise, just put sedentary, because underestimating is going to be better than overestimating. Once you've done that, you are going to get what is called your maintenance calories. Again, these are the calories that you need to eat in a day to maintain your current weight. And then you are going to subtract anywhere from 100 to 300 calories from that number, and that is going to be your calorie deficit. Now, I recommend just doing about 100 to 200 if you're just starting out. Anything more than that, you're probably going to be really hungry, and there's also a chance that you're eating way more than that already. So if your maintenance calories are 2,000 calories a day, but you're used to eating 4,000 calories a day, I was doing that before I started my journey, then you're going to be cutting your calories by more than half. And guess what? You're going to be really hungry, and then you're not going to be able to stick with this. So instead, don't rush, just slowly work yourself into a mild deficit. You don't need to eat any less than 300 calories under that maintenance number. Also, because I know I'm going to get this question, the calories that you burn during exercise, do not worry about those. Those are literally basically irrelevant in this situation, so don't take those into account. Okay, so you found that number. For this example, we're going to say you're eating 1,700 calories a day. Remember, this is specific to you. I'm saying 17. That has nothing to do with you. If you pick that number, it's not going to work for you. You have to do what you get. You have that number. Now you're going to break it up into different meals, right? So if you are somebody who you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're not a snacker, you don't have dessert, you don't have your daily coffee, then you're just going to break that up in a way that makes sense. Maybe you like to have a bigger breakfast than dinner, a bigger lunch than dinner, whatever you want to do, you're going to divide those calories up accordingly. But if you're someone like me, you get your daily coffee, you have a little dessert after lunch, you have a little dessert after dinner, maybe a snack. Use the calories that you have, and again, divide them up amongst those meals. Then your goal is simple. It's to eat within that calorie range. If your calorie range is 1,700 calories a day, the goal is to eat 1,700 calories a day. You've broken it up into meals. You know how many calories to have for each meal. So when you go to Chipotle and you know you have 700 calories at Chipotle, you're going to get a bowl that has 700 calories. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of work. You're going to have to get some calorie knowledge. You're going to learn how to make things lower calorie. You're going to learn how to order different things than you're used to. But the foundation of this is simple. Hey, I have this calorie target. My job is to stick with it. My job is to eat at that calorie target. Now, what's great about this is, like I said, you can go to Chipotle. You can eat cake. You can literally eat whatever you want. The goal is to just stay in the deficit, where these other diets are going to tell you that you have to cut out all those foods. You can't have carbs, you can't have dairy, you can't have this, you can't have that. Or, hey, you can only eat between this time and this time. No, this is just saying, hey, you have this many calories to work with in a day. Have at it. Have fun, right? If you can figure out that part, you will lose weight. Okay? period. You will lose weight. But let's say that you have a goal of losing weight a little bit faster, or maybe you really just want to have a full 360 health journey. You want to start exercising. You want to be gaining some freaking muscle like I did. Okay, now let's talk about exercise. First and foremost is do not underestimate the power of steps. If you are eating in a calorie deficit, you are going to get results. But if you're eating in a calorie deficit and you are upping your step game, girl, it's game over. And when I say steps, you guys are probably thinking, oh, I don't want to get 10,000 steps a day. Bitch, I'm not getting 10,000 steps a day. Who has time for that? Not me. If you can be getting 6,000 to 7,000 steps a day, you're crushing it, okay? However many steps you're getting right now, add 1,000 to 3,000 more steps to that, which means you're pushing yourself a little bit more. You're getting more intentional movement in a day. If you're doing that consistently, even a few times a week, you're winning. So you're eating in a calorie deficit, you added some steps to your daily routine, and now it's time to exercise. Again, I think that the energy on this app is telling you that you have to do all these crazy things, and there's so many. Do I do Pilates? Do I do yoga? Do I do strength training? What do I do? You do something that you enjoy. What do you like doing? I like strength training because I can listen to a podcast while I do it. It's low impact. I'm not walking out of the gym dripping sweat. I hate cardio. I don't really want to do a lot of cardio. For me, the walking is enough, okay? So I picked something that I like doing. I liked doing it 2.5 years ago when I started, and I like doing it now, so that's what I'm doing. If you like bike riding, if you like swimming, if you like ice skating, I don't care. That's exercise, okay? Do that. Right? Now, if you want to have a specific physique, you want to have a specific look, you want to build muscle, then yes, doing something like strength training is going to help you build muscle, or doing something like swimming. Yes, you can definitely kind of, get that toned look, but it's going to be harder to put on muscle mass swimming versus strength training. But if you are on here and you're a normal person, like I'm saying, then you probably don't care that much. You probably just want to start losing weight, which is why I say, hey, just do something that you enjoy. And hey, you don't have to do it every single freaking day. I don't know why people are convinced that they have to go to the gym like 6-7 times a week. Girl, if you can go 3 times, you are winning. If you can go twice, you are winning. If you are getting intentional movement, you are winning. The reason that you feel like weight loss is complicated, or weight loss is difficult, or it's scary, it's daunting, is because that's what they want you to think. Because they want to package some magic little solution for you. Intermittent fasting, here you go. If you do this, if you do keto, you're going to lose weight. Maybe, but then what? Because of the way that I lost weight, what I just told you, that's how I was able to lose 70 pounds and maintain it. I have just continued this 6 months after I lost all the weight. I'm just still doing it. I'm still exercising because I genuinely like doing it. I know how to eat the right amount of calories to maintain my weight. I get my steps in because I just do. It's just part of my life. And none of this feels unmanageable to me. None of it feels stressful to me. And even on my journey, though, yes, of course, changing things about your life, it is hard, but it's not nearly as hard as doing something like 75 hard. Like that to me is just so insane. Like, you don't need to do that. And the chances of you actually maintaining the weight, like losing the weight and then keeping it off forever, are so much stronger when you do it in a sustainable and realistic, like manageable way for your lifestyle. When you do that, then it becomes part of your life, and then you keep the weight off. When you do 75 hard and completely change what your life looks like to, do this challenge, then what? Then what happens after the 75 days? Because you can't do that the rest of your life. It's exhausting. It is exhausting, but that is why I made this page. That's why I made this video, because I want to show you guys that weight loss does not have to be as complicated as everyone makes it out to be. I'm not saying that it's not difficult. I'm not saying it's not emotionally challenging. It is hard to lose weight, but it doesn't have to be complicated. That's why I made this, because I wanted to show people that you can still eat the foods that you love and lose weight. I ate junk food literally every single day on my weight loss journey, not exclusively junk food, but at least once a day I was eating junk food. And it's the reason that I'm so passionate on here, because I was a victim of toxic diet culture. I was a victim of believing that I had to give up the things that I loved, or I had to do some sort of crazy exercise regimen in order to get results. And I didn't. What I did was so simple and so basic, and it worked. Why? Because a calorie deficit is science, baby. It is science. If you don't know who I am, my name is Coles, and I like to say that I help normal people lose weight in a normal way without being restrictive and while still eating all the foods you love. So if you liked this video and you want to see more recipe videos, more advice videos, what I do for my workouts, then make sure to follow along, because I post every single day.